right, everyone, JD Asajan with another episode of FortuneBuilders.tv. That's right, where we bring the real estate and small business power-packed information straight to you in your room, on your iPad, on your laptop, on your desktop, your handheld, your mobile device, whatever it is you want to watch us on. And today, all those devices that I just mentioned are going to be related to what I'm talking about. I'm going to be talking about social media, specifically Facebook. There's a lot of social media out there, and we should be using all of them, but really the powerhouse, the biggest one out there is Facebook. And it's something that if you had talked to me or Than or Paul or Conrad or anyone in our company in 2004 when we started, we wouldn't know what it was, because it wasn't around then, and we wouldn't be using it and wouldn't be helping us in our business. The thing that's different now is if you're not using Facebook in this day and age in real estate or in business in general, you're going to get left behind. Facebook is pretty amazing, and specifically with regards to real estate, it's a way for you as an investor to very quickly, very efficiently, and within a matter of seconds, put information about what you're selling, what you want to buy, what you have available for your consumer and broadcast it to millions of people. I mean, and that, not just real estate, but any business, that's important. And I actually printed out some statistics today off of Facebook that even surprised me, actually. So here's some active statistics printed off today from Facebook on usership and some activity. And then I'll talk about how we use it in real estate. There's more than 750 million active users on Facebook. 50% of the active users log on to Facebook on any given day. So, you know, you're talking about half of that 750 million viewers log in every single day. People spend over 700 billion minutes per month on Facebook. All right? Activity on Facebook. There are over 900 million objects that people interact with, pages, groups, events, communities. Here's some international stats. There's more than 70 translations available on the site. More than 70% of Facebook users are outside of the United States. So if you have an interest in broadcasting your information in real estate internationally, here's a way to reach millions of people with the click of a button. Let's talk about mobile views. I mean, let's talk about, everyone has a smartphone now where you can access the internet. There are more than 250 million active users currently using Facebook through their mobile devices. People that use Facebook on their mobile devices are twice as active on Facebook than non-mobile users. That's pretty powerful. There are more than 200 mobile operators in 60 countries working to deploy and promote Facebook. You know, I don't know what that means to us, but it's pretty, you know, there's a lot of statistics in here. You can go to Facebook and read. The important thing is that Facebook has 750 million active users. Okay? Now, if you want to talk about reaching a lot of people quickly, then you need to be on Facebook. So let's break it down. Let's talk about, from a real estate perspective, how we can use it efficiently, right? You may not want to reach someone on the other side of the world, right? You want to reach someone right in your area to help you buy a house or help you sell a house. So starting off with searching on Facebook for people in your local area, meaning if you're in Chicago, search Real Estate Chicago. If you're in San Diego, you search San Diego Real Estate, right? And find people that are actively, or that have that in their profile, and you friend them, and then they reply, and then you start to create a list of friends that are in your field of work, in real estate in your area. That's a great place to start. Also search for local real estate investment clubs or pages on Facebook, and then go to those pages, become a member, like them, and interact with the users on that page, and then friend them. And you start to create a list of friends that have the same interests as you, and if we're talking about real estate, are interested in real estate in your area. And then what you do from there is you start to interact on a regular basis. It's not enough just to have friends that are interested in real estate in your area. You have to interact, you have to create momentum and create excitement for what you do, right? And so that's going on a regular basis, a daily basis, and posting something and being interactive with other people's pages. You know, maybe on a Monday, for example, like on Mondays, I post usually a quote on my Facebook page. Then throughout the week, I do different updates. For example, if I'm at one of our houses that we're rehabbing, or I'm walking through a new house, I take the smartphone, I take a picture, and right there I post it to Facebook. And you can do the same thing. So whether or not you're actively working on a house, when you go to a house or you're you're comping out a house or walking through a property to estimate repairs, take pictures of something and then think of something unique or interesting about what you're looking at and post it on Facebook on your page. And then to get more interaction, you ask for something. You ask a question. You ask for feedback. So post something, a weird layout in a house, and say, tell me what you would do to this layout, right? A great way to create interaction and more buzz about what you're doing. And it's also a great way to build credibility for your business. And you can get to a point over time with Facebook where you can actually, within a click of a button, buy and sell a property right off the bat. I mean, over 80% of people start their home buying search online. And when you look at the statistics of Facebook, a lot of those people are on Facebook. So if you can post your information on that social media platform, people are going to see it flat out. So for example, when I have a house that I'm looking to wholesale here at CT Homes, one of the first things that we do is I post a message about it on Facebook, on my page, on Than's page, on Paul's page, on the Fortune Builders page, on the CT Homes page, on all the pages that we have access to, and I put it out there and I see what sort of response is there. Now, we have a lot of friends that are outside of the area that the house is at, but that doesn't mean that they may not have interest in it. Certainly have a lot of people inside of our area, let's say in San Diego when we're wholesaling something, and believe it or not, we sell houses that way. And that comes from building a following and a list of friends over time and being interactive with them. And then the same goes when we want to sell a retail house. If you talk to, and this is pretty interesting, about 5 out of the last 6 people that have bought our houses, they actually saw the house first online. It wasn't necessarily always Facebook, but it was somewhere online. They saw the house before their agent sent them the listing. Think about that, how powerful that is, because when people are ready to buy a house, they're not waiting for someone else. They're looking, and they're looking online because they can get more information in one place. So I can think of, like I said, 5 out of the last 6 of our buyers have actually, retail buyers have found our property online. And Facebook is a great way to get your information out there, get your real estate information out there. And at the end of the day, it's fun, right? It gets addicting, and you start to think about, being on Facebook, and not just, yeah, you're going to have some fun, but you're not just wasting your time on there. You're interacting, you're doing business, you're conducting business, and it's a great way to grow your business rapidly and reach millions of people in a short time frame. So, those are some kind of a overview of how we use Facebook and how you should use Facebook as a real estate investor. And the truth of the matter is, stop looking for your high school sweetheart. Stop looking for your first love. Yeah, maybe in the wee hours of the night when your wife or your girlfriend or your husband are asleep, you can look at those things. I won't tell anyone. But when you're spending time on Facebook, do it in a way that can help you as a business owner. I'm not going to lie. I've looked in the past and tried to find 1 or 2 of my old high school sweethearts. Sad story that I friended them and they didn't friend me back. I guess we didn't leave things on great terms. So what can I say? I'm not gonna cry over it. So get out there and actually use Facebook in a way that we should as business owners. And real estate, it's a very powerful kind of technology accelerator.
Deal or no deal?
All right, so in our deal or no deal segment, I'm going to talk about a specific way to use Facebook and compare it to, right way and the wrong way. So let's talk about, using Facebook, what we call spamming, which is basically just sending an information out or sending an email, like a broadcast email, or posting your post on thousands of different websites. And there's ways to do that on Facebook versus, building a following of people that are genuinely interested in what you have to say and marketing to those people and comparing the two. So let's talk on the one hand and you'll see this on your page and other people's pages, where people that are your friends are posting, because maybe you friended someone that you didn't even know, you just kind of clicked yes, yes, yes to all these friend requests. Well, that person now has access to post something on your site, on your page, and they'll post something that really has nothing to do with, they're basically advertising on your page. And there certainly are ways to do that on Facebook that are frowned upon, and I say that that's a bad idea, because what that does is, when I get that, truthfully, I pretty much delete that post, and I almost look at taking that person off of my friends list. And that's what someone will do to you as well. So if you have a property that you're trying to sell, for example, and you think it benefits you to just go ahead and post it on a bunch of different friends pages to get more exposure to it, the truth of the matter is that that could hurt you in the long run, because those people could take you off their friends list, and it kind of hurts your credibility on Facebook. So the better way is looking at creating a following of people that you build a relationship with, and be able to, you know, present things to them over time. And there are a lot of things that go into that, sort of creating that list and creating that following, that we'll talk about on subsequent shows. But really, be conscious of what you post and the information that you put out there and how you post it, because you can, while you think you may be touching more people, you could be turning a lot of people off. So on the Deal or No Deal, I say that, you know, look at how you're putting information out there, be conscious of that, and you know, don't spam is what we call it, because people will at the end of the day frown upon it and ultimately take you kind of off of their list, off of defriend you, and no one likes to be defriended.
Quote of the week.
And our last segment is our quote of the week, and today I actually pulled this one from off of Facebook, as a matter of fact, from our good friend and Fortune Builder student, investor, the real estate rock star, David Ledina. Big Dave in the Chicago area always seems to find these good quotes that hit home, and this one was actually yesterday or this morning, I'm not sure, but it was a good quote, so I'll read it to you off of his page that he posted. If you're doing something the same way you've been doing it for 10 years, the chances are you're doing it wrong. By Charles F. Kettering. It's a quote that Dave Ledina posted, and I thought it was very timely, because we're talking about something that 10 years ago didn't exist, right? So if you look at, you know, things that you used to do 10 years ago and you're still doing them the same way, there's a very good chance that you're doing it the wrong way, or there's 1,000 times that you can, 1,000 things that you could be doing better than that same way you're doing it 10 years ago. And Facebook is an example of that. So if some of you are resistant to using Facebook in your business because it's unfamiliar to you and you weren't using it a couple of years ago and you were being successful, that's the wrong way to look at it. Facebook is something that can definitely help your business. You just have to, if you don't know how to use it, get more information through Fortune Builders trainings. You know, we teach on Facebook in our different programs, and then they have, you know, tons of videos online that you can learn about how to use Facebook. So don't be resistant to things that you haven't done in the past, because if you're doing the same thing, the same way you were doing it 10 years ago, the chances are you're probably not doing it the right way. So I challenge you to push yourself outside of your comfort zone. If you're not on Facebook yet, I challenge you to get on Facebook. If you're on Facebook and you're not using it as effectively as you could, change that as well. If you're on Facebook and all you're doing is looking for old girlfriends or old boyfriends, then get out there and meet people in real life. And at the end of the day, use technology to help your business, and get out there and do more real estate. See you soon.